Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another sit down series with me. I don't know what I'm going to call this series, y'all. I really don't. I don't know if it's going to be fill my cup, pour into my spirit. I don't know. Help me decide. It's been a minute since my last video, and I know y'all know I talked about. Let me scoot y'all back a little bit so y'all get a full frame. Y'all know I talked about doing like some short form of sit downs, just pouring into each other's spirit. And so I've been sitting on this word anchor, y'all, for a few weeks, almost like a month, or maybe even a little over a month. I just haven't had the inspiration to pick up my camera. I haven't vlogged or anything in like 3 weeks. And I decided to commit to YouTube. And I'm saying this in front of the camera because I want to take myself serious. I know that it's easy for me with just wearing different type of hats throughout my week, um, being a mother, working and stuff like that, that I'm sure we all do. It's easy for me to kind of get off track, but I want to commit to staying on track and uploading my videos because I enjoy doing it. But so that's the reason why I'm saying it in front of the camera. And also, y'all, this past month I really been heavy in my word. Like, I studied the book of Proverbs for the whole month of March. I literally made it to chapter 29, I want to say. Let me actually go back in my journal because I may be a little ahead of myself. Oh, 28. This was the last study, 28. And I hate when I do that. Like, I was literally at the finish line. Um, but it's no like competition or nothing. It was just a healing thing, a learning thing. And I really, really enjoyed it. So I studied the whole book of Proverbs for the month of March, well, 28 chapters of it. And then I do my daily devotions every day, y'all. And I need to find this devotion that I want to share with y'all. And I really been just into it. And I want to share with you guys the importance of being anchored in God's words through any season of your life. Um, our good seasons, our bad seasons, our scary seasons, our lonely seasons, our not so faithful seasons. So I took some notes because y'all know I drive the school bus or whatever, and I would listen. I listened to different podcasts. I listened to different sermons, and I would just quickly jot down what I can when I could. And so I kind of want to reference off these notes with what I want to share with you guys today. Um, but there's also one thing. Listen, when I tell y'all Proverbs, if you have not read Proverbs, like if you are in a season where you want to read the Bible and kind of get to know, Jesus and the story and everything like that, um, I think that Proverbs is a pretty good book to start. Not, I don't want to say to start with, because I know John, I started reading John too, and I think that's a good one to start with. But Proverbs is a good book to study. It just teaches you it really teaches you the importance of wisdom and following instructions and stuff like that. And it kind of chin checked me. Like, I really was feeling really chin checked reading like Proverbs, y'all. Like, I was like, oh my God, girl, you need to get it together because boo. So, but I didn't mind, like, if you're not aware of things, if you have no knowledge of things, you can't like correct them. So I don't mind, like, you know, being corrected or learning or whatever. But y'all, yeah, Proverbs was really, really good. I also like took sticky notes and hung it around my bathroom, so when I wake up in the morning I can remind myself of, like, just correcting my attitude and stuff before I start the day or before I interact with my family, because it's important for, the woman of the house to kind of guide and set the tone for the rest of the family. So And I be having a real bad attitude, y'all, in the morning because I'm always getting woke up out my sleep. My kids are always like, I be waking up to yelling and stuff like that and whining, and I be like, oh, no. I'm trying to find this 13 one, y'all. But I'm not gonna hold. I'm not gonna, because I can reference it, but I want to give you guys the exact passage to go to. Anyway, let's get to it, y'all. So, anchored. Why I chose this word is because I feel like so easily with life, we all kind of fall off or get discouraged or kind of quit before the finish line because of our current situation. This word anchor kept resonating in my spirit because I was in a season where I only wanted to fill myself up with God's word. Like I wanted to draw closer to God. I wanted to hear from the Holy Spirit. I wanted to have good discernment, and not wanted to, but even now I still want those things. But I'm saying in that season when this word kept resonating in my spirit, this is what my thought process was. So I just want to clarify that with you guys. So anchored, we all know when we think of anchored, we think of, a ship being anchored to the sea. And anchor obviously means to make something or someone stay in position by fasten it or them firmly. So a lot of different sermons was just speaking to me, and I can't really pinpoint which sermons that I was listening to in those moments because, like I said, it was weeks ago. But y'all, let me just say, when we are facing hard times, or not even when we're facing hard times, because we seem to stray away from the word. Like if you notice, most people run to prayer or run to the word when there's something obviously going wrong in their life, right? And you just kind of don't know where to start, so you just run to the Holy Bible, or you run to prayer, or you run, you want to get closer to God. And I say that because we have to stay anchored in the word, not only when we need guidance, not only when we need answers, not only when we are feeling depressed or feeling sad or feeling lost or stagnant. We need to stay anchored in our happy moments, the moments when we feel peace, the moments where we feel at ease. And I say this because if you're studying the word, or if you're constantly pouring into yourself the things that God wants from us, it will help the world be a better place. Like seriously, like if we all kind of just woke up with a good attitude, like today, I'm gonna ask God to guide me on what He need me to do, who He need me to serve, and I'm gonna live my day today by making someone else happy. If we can get out of that selfish mindset, or that ungrateful mindset, because it really be about ungratefulness, you know what I'm saying? We will service our community and other people around us in a good way, in a way that we all need. And so I kept hearing anchor, 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 and I'm like, I noticed that when I'm not doing my Bible study, when I'm not doing my daily devotion, I'm kind of drifting away. Like I'm falling into depression. I'm feeling lost. I'm feeling afraid or fearful. And if you don't know, I don't know if I ever shared this on YouTube, but I used to suffer from anxiety very, very, very badly. But that's for another story time. And so I learned that the more I say into my word, the more that I pour into myself and kind of just have the guidance of God, then, it makes me better. It gives me something to look forward to. So I wanted to tell you guys to position yourself in His Word. I don't care. Everybody don't want to read the Bible, and reading the Bible is not for everybody. But there's other ways that you can kind of feed your spirit with God's words. You can listen to positive affirmations, watch you a quick little sermon or two, throughout the week. Read some books that like just pour into your spirit, because we have to remember, like, what we intake, we put out. So if we are constantly filling ourselves and with negative music, negative things on TVs or on our phones, that all that stuff get downloaded into your spirit, and it really affects how you operate on a daily. Like, it really have a shift in your mindset. I know for me personally it does. So even when I'm on my phone and stuff, or when I'm watching TV, I watch something that is inspiring to me. I watch something that is teachable to me, because I feel like life is a big classroom and you're never too old or you're never too young to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, learning is a continuous thing throughout life. And the more you learn, the more you grow. So yeah, I kind of feel like I'm a little all over the place, y'all, but I hope that this message is getting to whoever needs to hear it. So yeah, just position yourself in God's words, and know that faith is built by hearing. We don't see faith. We build our faith by hearing other people's testimonies, or hearing the book of Jesus, the story of Jesus, hearing, good things. It kind of gives you hope. And that's all faith is, really, is hope. Um, hoping for the promises of God and the changes that God promised us to give us and stuff like that. So that's all what faith is. But you activate your faith by what you listen to, or what you watch, or who you're around on a daily. Because you can be practicing faith, trying to build your faith, and you only need faith the size of a mustard seed, for God to work and show up in your life. But you do have to have some form of faith. But if you're hanging around people who don't really, not trying to work on building their faith, or questioning God and stuff like that, that can be damaging to your spirit, and it can shift you away from your purpose and your tunnel vision of what God has for you. If this is making sense. So I just wanted to say, like, stay anchored, y'all, in your word. Stay anchored in healing, in becoming a better version of yourself, because it is very, very much so important. And think about, like, there was this verse, or it was a devotion that really stood out to me in here, and it was about Peter. Was it Peter walking on the water or something, or asking God for his hand? Jesus was on the water or in the sea or something. And if you verse that I'm referencing, drop it down below. I probably have been dumbfounded after because it's already in my notes. I just don't have time to look for it now. But it was saying how we have to stay anchored, and we have to stay focused on God or on Jesus, no matter what the storm, no matter what the situation or circumstances could be in your life. So Peter was on a ship or something, and he was asking God to, grab his hand. Jesus was telling him, not God, Jesus was telling him to walk on the sea, walk on the waters. And he started to walk because he was focused on Jesus. He was looking at Jesus. Jesus said, come on, I got your hand. I got you. Just focus on me. Walk on the waters, focus on me. I got you. And there was a big storm coming in the midst of all this. So Peter took his focus and his eyes off of Jesus and looked towards the storm. Now he stagnant. Now he afraid. You know what I'm saying? Because now he looking at the reality of his circumstances, which is it's a storm coming. The winds is heavy. I can't walk on this water. You know what I'm saying? So he looked away from Jesus in that split second and he started to sink because he took his focus from off of Jesus and he put his focus on the reality of his circumstances, which was the bad storm. And so he started to sink. And then he had to snap back. He had to reset his mindset and realigning his focus. And he called out to Jesus and he said, Jesus, help me, help me. You know, I'm seeking. He probably didn't say those exact words, but he cried out and said, Jesus, help me. And like, you know, our Father, just like Jesus always, he shows up. You know what I'm saying? And he reached out his hand, and before he allowed him to drown and to sink too far under, he grabbed his hand and told him, not verbatim what he said, but basically told him, don't take your eyes off the focus. Don't take your eyes off of me. When you focus on me, when you stay anchored in my word and my promises, you can get through anything. You can weather whatever type of storm, whatever type of situation, whatever type of circumstances you're in. Just don't take your focus off of me. And I just want to leave that with y'all today. And I hope that this word resonates with somebody's spirit, because let me tell y'all, this video almost didn't go up. And then I honestly waited too long to make this video because I've been sitting on this information for weeks. And I've been wanting to make this video for so long. And then today, as I'm prepping, you know, getting my setup and stuff ready, everything just happened, from the light not working to me dropping my phone in between the stove to just a bunch of chaos. And I just feel like, you know, the message must be for somebody, because the devil working a little bit too hard. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I shouldn't have all this chaos going on this early in the morning. But the devil working a little bit too hard for this message not to be put out into the universe. So I hope it all makes sense to y'all. You know, my mind be a little bit of everywhere, so sometimes it don't be feeling like I'm saying the right thing. I feel like I kind of go off a little bit, but I hope what was meant for y'all to catch, y'all caught it. And I just want to say, stay anchored in your words, stay anchored in what you believe in, and focus on God, and yeah, you'll be able to weather any storm. I will see y'all on my next vlog. I am going to be posting consistently the month of April. And I just ask, you know, you guys, if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. I would love to have you here. I am trying to build my audience. I'm trying to find my audience, or I'm hoping that my audience find me, because I really want to do this YouTube thing, and I want to take it serious and hold myself accountable. So I'm going to work a little harder to put myself out there, and I just hope that you guys receive it and enjoy it. And if you like and subscribe, leave a comment, share my page with a friend, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.